All right, let's just jump right in. You've seen it everywhere, right? Artificial intelligence. It's all over the place. It feels like it went from science fiction to our social media feeds overnight, and honestly, it's kicking up some pretty massive questions about our future. So we're going to cut through all that noise and really figure out, what does this AI revolution actually mean for you and me?
I mean, think about it. We've got these incredible new tools that can write, create art, even make videos, and they're getting smarter by the minute. So naturally, all of this, it all boils down to one huge, unavoidable question that's on pretty much everyone's mind. And there it is. That's the big one, isn't it? The question at the absolute heart of this whole conversation. You know, the one that causes all the anxiety. Are our jobs safe? Are our skills about to become obsolete? But look, before we can even begin to tackle that, we've got to be super clear on what we're actually dealing with here.
So, first things first. Before we get into the whole threats versus opportunities debate, we need a really simple, no-nonsense definition. What is artificial intelligence?
Okay, so at its very core, it's actually pretty simple. AI is just about making machines or computer systems that can do tasks that normally, well, they require a human brain. We're talking about things like problem solving, making sense of complicated information, even doing creative stuff. And what's really wild is just how fast this all went from being a cool idea to something we can all use.
And hey, this is not some far-off future we're talking about. This stuff is happening right now. You've got creators using AI to help write scripts or design thumbnails. Businesses are using it to figure out what their customers want and to automate all those tedious tasks. And that speed, how fast it's all happening, yeah, that's exactly why people are starting to get a little nervous.
Which brings us right back to the main event, the central debate. Are we looking at a future where AI just straight up replaces human workers? Or is this the start of a whole new revolution? You know, one that creates just as much as it changes.
Okay, let's be real here for a second. This concern is not just hype. There are some very smart experts out there who are predicting that millions of traditional jobs, especially the ones that involve repetitive, predictable tasks, well, they might just disappear in the next 10 or 20 years. And this is where you can kind of see the whole shift happening in real time. It's like two sides of the same coin. On one side, yeah, jobs that are super repetitive, think data entry or really basic customer support, those are definitely at risk. But on the other side, we're literally watching brand new careers pop up out of nowhere. We're talking about AI developers, prompt engineers, which are basically people who get really good at telling AI what to do, and a whole new kind of digital marketer. So it's not just about jobs being lost, it's a total transformation of the job market itself.
And you know what? We've actually seen this movie before. Just think back to when the personal computer first hit the scene. There was this huge panic. Everyone was worried about jobs just vanishing. But what really happened? Sure, some jobs changed, but it also created entirely new industries that we couldn't have even imagined back then. Things like software development, IT support, stuff that employs millions and millions of people today. So history kind of tells us that these massive tech shifts, they don't just take things away. They open doors to possibilities we haven't even thought of yet.
And that brings us to a really important shift in how we look at all this. Maybe we've been asking the wrong question. What if AI isn't our competitor? What if it's actually the most powerful tool humanity has ever created?
Right, so here's the absolute key to understanding this. For all of its incredible power, AI is an amplifier, not a replacement. Think of it like this. It can crunch numbers and process data faster than any human ever could, but it has zero intent. It doesn't get context. It has no real creativity. It needs a human. It needs you to steer the ship, to ask the right questions, and to turn its output into something that actually matters. And that really gets to the heart of it all. The future isn't going to be run by AI. It's going to be run by the people who figure out how to use AI wisely. The real magic, the big breakthroughs, they're going to happen right in that sweet spot where human creativity meets machine intelligence. That partnership, that's the new frontier. Just think about it in a really practical way. Someone who learns how to use these AI tools can work way faster, come up with more ideas, and solve problems so much more efficiently than someone who just pretends they don't exist. The real advantage isn't just having the tool, it's knowing how to use it like a pro.
Okay, great. So what does this all mean for you? Like, what's your personal strategy here? Instead of just sitting on the sidelines watching this all unfold, what's the smartest way to jump in? Well, here's a simple, straightforward game plan.
It really just boils down to three key things. First up, learn. And look, you don't need to become a coding genius, but you do need to get a feel for what these tools are good at, and just as importantly, what they're not good at. Second, adapt. Start playing with them. Figure out how you can weave AI into what you already do to make yourself even better. And finally, number 3, innovate. Use this new power to start creating things and solving problems in ways that just weren't possible a few years ago.
And at the end of the day, that's really the bottom line, isn't it? The world never stops changing. This is just the next big wave. The future isn't going to belong to the people who fight it. It's going to belong to the ones who stay curious, who are always learning, and who look at a technology like this and don't see a threat, but see a massive opportunity to create something amazing. So, let's circle all the way back to that first big, scary question we had. Maybe we need to flip it on its head. The question isn't, will AI replace me? The real question is, what will I create with it? The tool is right here. The revolution is happening as we speak. Now the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?